Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. RPP condemns former PF Secretary General's remarks inciting disregard for the justice system. BIZ campaign founder urges the Ministry of Education's technical department to closely monitor contractors. And Iran holds state funeral for military leaders killed in Israel conflict. This bulletin is live on our Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie, Banda. Republican Progressive Party National Women's Secretary Simangele Magodi says the recent reported remarks by former Patriotic Front PF Deputy Secretary General Mumbi Piri, saying that the remains of the late former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu should not be handed over to the government, even if the courts rule otherwise, are a disregard to the justice system. In a statement, Ms. Magodi says such statements do not only undermine the rule of law, but also expose the hypocrisy and political manipulation that has surrounded Mr. Lungu in recent years. She says it is no secret that individuals like Mumbi Piri, for their own selfish political survival, misled Mr. Lungu, encouraging him to defy the constitutional order and falsely assuring him of a return to the presidency, even after the courts made it clear that he was ineligible. Ms. Magodi says the PF and its senior members must be condemned by all Zambians for their continued efforts to sow confusion and disrespect the institutions that uphold the democracy. She says the people of Zambia mourn and give a dignified national farewell to a former free from political games and selfish agendas. She has called on all Zambians to reject this reckless behavior and stand in defense of the rule of law, unity, and respect for our national institutions. 5 Zambian journalists have completed training in health communication through the African Health Communications Fellowship, a program held in South Africa. The African Health Communications Fellowship is designed to address health reporting and the dissemination of health information across Africa. It aims to enhance the coverage of health and development stories by bringing together health journalists and health sector experts, offering training workshops, resources, and grants to improve the quality of health reporting. Health communication is a vital aspect of public health and healthcare delivery, involving the art and science of informing, influencing, and motivating individuals, institutions, and the public about significant health issues. Ministry of Health Editor for Communication and Public Relations Andrew Piri, who was part of the Zambian team, stated that such initiatives greatly equip Zambian journalists with essential skills in health reporting. Re-emphasized that effective communication between healthcare providers is crucial for accurate diagnosis and effective treatment plans. He noted that this is important because it ensures the patients understands their health condition, treatment options, and care plans, leading to improved adherence and better health outcomes. Participants were drawn from Ethiopia, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, Malawi, and Zambia with the goal of improving health communication across Africa. The 9-month African Health Communications Fellowship was organized by Frey College of Communication and sponsored by the Gates Foundation.
It requires capacity for us to be able to effectively report and also to be able to coordinate among ourselves. The collaboration between health experts, the Ministry of Health, and journalists. How do we come together? So this particular fellowship has selected about 30 Africans, a combination of health experts and journalists from across the continent, and we're trying to see how best we change the narrative in terms of communicating health, so that we somewhat bring ideas together and push the agenda of health communication forward.
BIZ campaign founder Evans Ngoma has urged the Ministry of Education's technical department to closely monitor contractors and guarantee that the desks supplied are of good quality, durable, and suitable for use in schools. Mr. Ngoma believes local contractors can develop excellent products that meet the needs of the educational institutions. He has further called on local and foreign direct investors to consider investing in medium density fiber board (MDF) making machines, leveraging Zambia's abundant raw materials to stimulate the growth of the local furniture industry. Mr. Ngoma has also commended government for stopping the importation of school desks for local contractors to supply desks and boost the local economy. He says there is need for concerted efforts to ensure the schools receive the best possible furniture and the local economy benefits from this initiative. Confident that with the right support and oversight, Zambian contractors can deliver exceptional products that positively impact the education sector. The Lusaka City Council (LCC) recorded a fire incident at house number 20615 Musokwa Road, New Kasama, near the community house yesterday. The grass thatched roof of a structure previously used as a music studio. A bushfire in the eastern side of a neighboring property. Lusaka Nations Manager Chola Mwamba stated that the local authority at 15:09 hours and immediately managed to extinguish the fire. She added that the affected property belongs to a retired politician identified as Mr. Njekwa Anamela. Ms. Mwamba further stated that the cause of the fire has been rude accidental with no foul play suspected. The value of the damage caused is yet to be determined.
The cause and origin of the fire were the burning flying embers from the burning bush inside the eastern side of the neighboring property. The embers were lifted by wind action and ignited the grass thatched roof of the studio structure. The cause of the fire is rude accidental with no foul play. The value of damage caused is yet to be determined. The Lusaka City Council remains committed to ensuring prompt response to emergencies and providing support to affected residents, and will continue to work together with the members of the community towards preventing such incidents in the future.
The Zambian National Women's Lobby has embarked on a campaign to advocate for political parties to adopt women aspiring to contest political office in the 2026 general elections. Speaking in an interview with 5FM News, the organization's acting executive director, Gordon Nachibinga, said it is there for women to navigate the challenges of elections when they run under a political party. He added that the organization is also raising awareness about the importance of women's participation in politics for the betterment of society. Mr. Nachibinga, however, noted that public speaking is critical to the growth of women's political careers.
And so you find that for example, they have is on media, even using in just engaging other stakeholders and the electorate. So we take them through training sessions to kind of enhance their skills around public speaking and around community engagement. But the other issue is really, we've noted that mostly candidates that become victorious are those aligned with the political parties.
And in other news trending this afternoon, Chilubi Member of Parliament Mulenga Fube has refuted allegations suggesting that he is among the lawmakers sabotaging the implementation of the constituency development by not fully utilizing the funds. Opposition Zambia Must Prosper Party leader Kelvin Fube is calling for the complete withdrawal of Bill number 7 of 2025, warning that he will pursue legal action if the bill is not entirely scrapped. And now in news from across our borders, A state funeral is taking place in Iran for about 60 people, including military commanders and nuclear scientists, killed during the 12-day conflict with Israel. Coffins draped in the Iranian flag, bearing portraits of deceased commanders, were flanked by crowds near Tehran's Englab Square. The conflict ended with a ceasefire earlier this week after the US became directly involved by bombing key nuclear sites in Iran. For more news, here's a roundup from the BBC.
Hungary's annual LGBT Pride March is due to go ahead later today in Budapest, despite efforts by Prime Minister Viktor Orban's populist government to stop it. A new law, which Mr. Orban has said targets today's march, makes it an offence to hold events that depict or promote homosexuality to anyone under the age of 18. The British Home Office says border police have intercepted cocaine worth more than $100 million. They say it is one of Britain's largest drug seizures. 3 people attending a concert by the American rock star Bruce Springsteen in Germany have been injured when a metal object fell into the audience.
And in sports news, Zambian judokas have so far won 4 bronze medals at the 2025 African Judo Open hosted in Pretoria, South Africa, which comes to a close today. The judokas Andrew Kasangwa, Simon Zulu, Stephen Mungandu, and Rita Kabinda won the medals in their respective weight categories. Team Zambia now remains with Sasha Kapumpa, who will take to the tatami later in the day at 15 hours to compete for a gold medal. Coach Boas Munyonga says the performance of the players has been good, adding that it has not been easy for the players to compete in different weight categories. And now the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The afternoon is mainly sunny, slightly windy, and warm to hot. Maximum temperature is ranging between 27 degrees and 32 degrees Celsius. The evening will be mainly clear, windy at times, and mild. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. Republican Progressive Party RPP National Women's Secretary Simangele Magodi says the recent reported remarks by former Patriotic Front Deputy Secretary General Mombi Piri, saying that the remains of the late former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu should not be handed over to the government, even if the courts rule otherwise, are a disregard to the justice system. BIZ campaign founder Evans Ngoma has urged the Ministry of Education's technical department to closely monitor contractors and guarantee that the desks supplied are of good quality, durable, and suitable for use in schools. And finally, a state funeral is taking place in Iran for about 60 people, including military commanders and nuclear scientists, killed during the 12-day conflict with Israel. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie, Banda. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.